Will you go the same route if that route means, again, you having to give up your presidential ambitions for him?
Giving up my presidential ambition will actually mean I go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, NTV decided to interview KALONZO for the end of year remarks, and in that interview, KALONZO appeared confident that in 2027 he'll be on the ballot.
Mwaka 2027, Kalonzo amesema katu hatomwachia mtu yeyote yule, kwani kufanya hivyo kutakuwa ni sawa na yeye kutamatisha siasa zake.
This debate of KALONZO being on the ballot has been, doing the rounds lately, with so many people on Twitter advocating for a KALONZO presidential candidacy. There are those people who are saying KALONZO should be the presidential candidate deputized by Martha Karua. There are those people who are saying Raila should give it a sixth stab or another stab and be deputized by KALONZO. So there's a time Raila said that that was after William Ruto had said that KALONZO cannot beat him in the ballot. So Raila took an opportunity when he had attended the birthday ceremony of Oburu Odinga, and in that birthday ceremony Raila alimpatia KALONZO shukrani nyingi na masifa kama yote, kwamba yeye ni mtu mshupavu, mwaminifu na mwokovu. Those three items Raila Odinga used to refer to KALONZO. So in this interview, KALONZO has reacted to what many people have been speculating and said this time round atakuwa kwa ballot. There is something else that KALONZO said regarding this issue of 2027. So I want us to go deeper into what KALONZO said, but before you do that, I'd like to kindly encourage you to please support this channel by subscribing and liking. And those who've supported this channel before, I want to say that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without that support, this channel cannot grow. So let's head over to this comprehensive video on KALONZO and what he has said. So I'll start off by sharing this video.
I think, as I said, if I was ready in 2002 and I was ready in 2013, why do you think I'll not be ready in 2027? Ask you that. Ask that question.
I bring it back to
when in fact the country seems to be speaking almost in unison. William Ruto himself announced my candidature in Homa Bay. Do you remember? Is William Ruto a madman? Himself announced it. Okay?
I am asking this question.
Unsolicited. Completely unsolicited.
So was William Ruto right?
William Ruto may end up giving me a vote. He announced my candidature.
So was William Ruto right in announcing your candidature for 2027?
Is it not a question of right or wrong? It is the reality. When the time comes for
Fair
the right
enough.
thing,
it is a reality.
the right has come. The right time has come for this country to recognize the leader they have always. Remember that in the Bible, that stone which the builders kept on rejecting, of course it was Jesus Christ in this case. All right? Just imagine, how many names have we been called? And haven't we given, in terms of sacrificing? And I always believe in playing the team. I played the team, my friend. Yeah. Because in 2007, I was accused of not playing the team. That's why in 2022, I said to my brother Raila Odinga and my sister mother, I will support you. Did I or did I not?
You did.
Completely selflessly. By the way, these things, my friend, are painful. You almost feel like pain in the bone marrow. When you give your all in all and it ends up being stolen, it's very painful. So we have to straighten these things. And if a country is ready for it, we will go for it.
Yes, very well. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. So from that statement from Kalonzo Musyoka, I think, to my opinion, yani hii ni wazo langu kivyangu, I think that maybe 2027 is not the right time for Kalonzo Musyoka. No, that is my personal opinion. I know this is what other people want to happen in 2027 because they believe that that is a time that people will ditch William Ruto. Those people voted for him and vote for Kalonzo Musyoka. I mean, that might not be the case, despite the fact that that is what many people are saying. I am projecting a scenario where maybe people will want to vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. Some people are saying that it's good if Raila Amolo Odinga vies again in 2027 because in 2027 it requires someone who's very, very tough. To unseat William Ruto requires someone who is very, very tough and someone who can move the masses. Right now, many people are saying that Kalonzo is not that presidential. I mean, those are not my words, but what many people say. What many people think is that Raila should give it a last stab at the presidency. Maybe that is the right thing. Maybe Raila should do what Donald Trump is attempting to do in the US. Donald Trump wants to unseat Biden, despite the fact that there are so many hardships in that election, but Donald Trump is hell-bent in making sure that he unseats Biden. Because you know that in US, Donald Trump went for one term, Biden is finishing his one term. So Donald Trump wants to make an history also by unseating a president who has just completed his one term, just like Biden did that.
Of the United States.
The 2024 U.S. election is likely to be a rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump.
So this is a case of tit for tat. So when it comes to the Kenyan politics, Kalonzo Musyoka believes that he can unseat William Ruto in 2027.
I'm going to move all over the country in the year 2024. Do you remember I've actually said publicly that the next contest, if it will be in 2027, because again we must leave room for God, must be won in 2024. So 2024 is a watershed year.
But so many political pundits believe that Raila should still be the person to beat William Ruto in 2027. It is very easy for Raila Amolo Odinga to beat William Ruto than Kalonzo Musyoka to beat William Ruto. Mind you, there is that story of 2007. There are so many people who are in ODM who still cannot forgive Kalonzo Musyoka. And that was echoed in that statement from that video that I shared when Kalonzo Musyoka talked about 2007. It's like he has a debt that he's still paying. Mind you, the problem or the mistake in 2007 came as a result of Kalonzo Musyoka playing the watermelon card. And that is a tag that he mekataa kumwacha. So this tag ambayo mekataa kumwacha is what might cost him in 2027. And if he decides to vie, then Raila Amolo Odinga vies, and Kalonzo and William Samoei Ruto vies, then that will be very, very problematic on Raila Amolo Odinga, because this win might slip away and William Ruto might retain his seat. So that's why it is very, very crucial that Raila and Kalonzo waangalie ticket vizuri, because if Kalonzo makes that stab, that will be a second stab at the presidency. If he does that, then he fails to clinch it. He shall have risked his political ambition, because in 2032 kutakuwa na machungu mengi, kwa sababu itaonekana kwamba ni yeye ndiye alisababisha Raila Amolo Odinga hakupata hiyo 2027. Because there are still plans. If you look at the happenings of Mount Kenya, especially with the reintroduction of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in the politics of Mount Kenya, then unapata kwamba watu wa UDA wanaogopa sana, wana wasiwasi. Na hiyo hesabu ambayo iko Mount Kenya inawashtua sana hawa watu wa UDA. Kwa sababu hiyo inawashtua, inapata kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga akona a better chance at the presidency. Many people still believe in him That's why if you look at a press conference, if Raila gives a press conference and Kalonzo Musyoka gives a press conference, the impact of the two tells you who is more presidential than the other. When Raila Odinga gives a presidential, or rather a press conference, the impact huwa inakuwa juu sana, to a level whereby the message huwa ina sync, and this message huwa inapata kwamba ina expose vitu zingine. Unapata kwamba William Ruto anakuwa force kujibu, na kuna some happenings huwa zinatokea. But if Kalonzo Musyoka gives a press statement, the reaction is always different. That's why it is important that Kalonzo Musyoka looks at this whole thing not from a selfish perspective, lakini from a perspective or from a point of view ya kesho. Unaona? So mimi naona kwamba Kalonzo Musyoka yeye inafaa achilie tu swala kwanza, angoje 2032. I am not opposing his 2027 ambition, but 2032 is the right time for him, ili I inherit the vote basket kabisa. But I know that the reason why Kalonzo Musyoka could have made that statement is to simply lock out Martha Karua from the deputy president slot. You know, is trying to lock out Martha Karua from that arrangement, because if he plays that hardline position, then Martha Karua anakuwa ana option but to settle for probably the prime cabinet secretary slot. Then Kalonzo Musyoka settles for the deputy president slot. That's what I see from this move, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you think about Kalonzo Musyoka's statement? Just go below the comment section and react to what Kalonzo Musyoka has said. Now, perhaps if you're watching this video for the first time, or if you're a regular viewer who has been watching our videos but has not subscribed, please just take 1 second and go below. There's a button written subscribe. Please just hit that button once, and don't forget to like our video to have YouTube share it to other people who are not part of our audience. Now, until we catch up again, please stay safe and stay blessed.